Real usage, real reviews. MobileReviewsA.ca.
Hi, this is Agata from MobileReviews-A.ca, and today I'm going to review the Ballistic Hydra case for the iPhone 5. So the Ballistic company makes all different types of cases for all different types of mobile devices, and they also make different series for specifically for the Apple or iPhones that are two-tone in color. So ours is just gray and white for the Hydra. But I think for the Hydra one, they actually have 5 different two-tone color combinations. And we reviewed another Ballistic case, which is called Every1. And for this one here, they actually have 9 different two-tone color combinations. And the review for this case, I will link either in the description below or at the end of this review, so you can have this as a comparison case. So every single case that we review, we use for at least a week, and we go through our A rating system, which is designed through 3 categories that I will go through in this video right now and tell you the score for each. So the Ballistic Hydra case for the iPhone 5 scored 3.6 A's out of 5. So the first category in our A rating system is design, and the Ballistic Hydra scored 3.7 A's out of 5 in the design category. And the first score is weight and bulk. And this case is not heavy at all. It's actually really light case. And it does add a little bit of bulk to your iPhone. And most of the bulk is actually on the outside of the case, is this bumper layer that is attached by these latches. And that's where mostly the bulk comes in, is just this bumper layer. But it's really quite thin in the middle, and that's what when you hold the case in your hand, that's what you feel. So it's a really nice, ruggedized, not too big of a case. In terms of the installation, which is the next score, it's really easy to install. There's 3 pieces to this case, and you don't even need instructions to install them. You put your phone inside this bigger case, that is the back. This is the front, which is the screen protector, which also contains the O-ring to have this case for waterproofing. And then you have the bumper that goes on top. And Ballistic, I believe it's a trademark that they have, is these latches. They're called active latches, and they just attach to here. So you don't really need any instructions on how to install this case at all. Really easy installation and take out of your phone. So the next score is build quality. And the build quality for this case suffers a little bit. It actually does do well in the drop tests, and there isn't a lot of scuffing, but if you drop it on the plastic side that is not protected by this, then you can see the damage on the plastic. Also, there's not a satisfying snap wherever you put everything together. You can still press on the case and it still comes up a little bit, so we're not so keen on how it was assembled or put together, designed. We would expect for a waterproof case to be more definite snap, and I'm really sure that I actually installed this case and everything sits well. So in terms of protection, which is the second category in our A rating system, this case scored 3 A's out of 5. So in terms of the protection score for droppability, this case actually can be dropped higher than some other cases that we've had, and it's from 8 feet. And we did drop it from different heights onto a concrete ground, and our iPhone survived. The case also had minimal damage, but it did have a bit of damage when it did end up scuffing the plastic and not the actual bumper. And even though that Ballistic says that it's scratch resistant when you drop it, it really isn't. So this comes to the next protection category, is the screen protection. It does protect your phone from drops like on rocks or gravel or anything, but it does scratch the screen. So in terms of the environmental protection for the Ballistic Hydra case, it's supposed to be submergible up to 7 feet for 30 minutes. So we did perform the test as specified by the manufacturer, and you will see, I will link the waterproof test below. And what happened is that the case failed. The water got in, And this is actually our second case. This is our first case that failed. And Ballistic was really nice. We just called them up. We didn't even have to send this case to them. They just sent us a new case. And the more and more we tried to test the first case, the easier the water got in. So we basically did not put our iPhone inside because of that fail. With this case here, when Aaron did the water testing, sometimes it would work, sometimes it didn't. And then I went in and I started looking very closely at the entire installation of the case. And you really, really, really have to make sure that you press in the screen protector, that the latches are put in together. I don't think I have ever spent so much time installing a case that is a really simple installation to make sure that it's waterproof. And those tests after installing correctly, cleaning it out, and making sure that every single knob in here and latch is been attached, then it passed. So it's sometimes pass, sometimes fail. So this basically failed our water testing. Another thing that I wanted to tell you is that we try to see what made, between these two cases, what made this one fail and this one not. And we could not find any feature of the case that was broken or that it didn't go in where it's supposed to be, or didn't, one of the latches maybe. Like everything on the older case that completely failed the water testing looks exactly the same as this one. So I couldn't tell you why. So you have to be really careful, and please test out your case if you decide that the Hydra case is for you before you put it in the water. The next score in the protection category is the screen protection, and this case protects your iPhone really well. It's just a plastic screen, and it scratches really easy. Even though the Ballistic on their website say that it is scratch resistant, it really isn't. So the next category is functionality, and the Ballistic Hydra Case scored 3.38 out of 5. So in terms of handling, there were two things for this case that kind of lowered the score. And the first one was the screen protector. It really does scratch. The other thing that, in the terms of functionality, is that this mesh in here that is for your speaker at the front speaker of the iPhone somehow affects or vibrates. So there's like an echo vibrating noise effect when somebody is talking to you on the phone. So that affected the functionality. Otherwise, all of the ports are easily accessible. The plus and minus, and for the mute button and for the power button, they're very soft. It's kind of like a silicone material, so it's really easy accessible. The same for your home button is just really easy press because it's just covered by this soft silicone or rubbery part. In terms of the functionality for screen handling, this is one of the best cases to use with an iPhone 5 screen. And it's due to the fact that the entire front screen is open. It's one big plastic. So it goes way above the front screen, the touchable part of the front screen of your iPhone, and also below as well. So any controls, the centers with the iOS 7 that you can evoke from the top or from the bottom, or the camera, really easy to press. These edges are raised a little bit, but they are tempered to be raised to the outside so they don't interfere with using the keyboard keys or any other applications that have sometimes tabs on the side or on the top. So this is a really good screen to use in terms of handling and using with your iPhone. So the next score in the functionality category is actually viewability. And it is really easy to handle this case. It does feel really well in your hand. It's really soft and it's tempered on the sides. The only thing that it affects the viewability of your front screen of the iPhone is actually the screen protector, because it does scratches. It just, over time, it scratches worse and worse. So that affected the score. So in the functionality category, we have one score that is an optional, and it's a case enhancement. And in this case, the Ballistic Hydra for the iPhone 5 has a belt clip. And it looks like this, and it's actually a really easy to use belt clip. It's much better and easier to use than the belt clip that came with the Ballistic Every1. That one we really didn't like. But this one here is really easy to use. It has just one clip here, so it's easy to take out when you have it on the side. So the overall score for the Ballistic Hydra case for the iPhone 5 is 3.6 A's out of 5. So if you have any questions about this case, please let us know in the comment section below. We will try to answer them as soon as we can. Also, please find us on Google+, Facebook, and Twitter. My name is Agata. I'm a reviewer at mobilereviews-a.ca. Please check out our website. We will have full blog posts about this case and every other case that we review. We also include discount codes and some other links to codes that will save you some money if you actually want to buy any of the cases that we review. And that helps us a bit as well if you go through our links. So please do that, check that out. It is mobilereviews-a.ca. And hopefully you can keep your phone safe from dropping for sure, maybe from water. Do the water test first. In this case, Ballistic Hydra. Thanks for watching. Bye.